cultural change will make it so those people have no power. When we are independent, when we are healthy, when we are fit, when we are financially well off, when we are setting an example in our schools, in our neighborhoods, it makes it impossible for them to get their way because they can't propagate their onto an intelligent people. The people of the world have gotten lazy. They've gotten too trusting. They've taken things for granted. And because of that, many of the systems in the world are now being abused by these people who don't care whether or not people die, whether they get sick. It doesn't matter. They don't care. And like the only thing that's holding back a complete world revolution from happening is that these people still believe that these people here are playing by some kind of rule set. They're not. These people do not think like us. They do not behave like us. They think only about control, only about power. And tyranny and control, they never stop themselves. So
freedom is the answer. What was the question? It doesn't matter. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name's Zukradowski here of wearechange.org, and there is a plethora of absolutely mind-boggling, crazy news to get into today, as it looks like society has just absolutely lost it in the face of so much corruption, so much indecency from our ruling elites. But don't worry, there's an answer, there's a solution, and it's artificial intelligence that's going to make it way worse for you. We're going to be talking about that, plus a lot more, all here on this independent media broadcast. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you can get it right now on thebestpoliticalshirts.com, and the clip that we played in the beginning of this broadcast is done by the extremely talented Samuel Rivera Films. He released a video 2 weeks ago that is absolutely amazing. We played you only a small clip of it. If you want to watch the full video, click the link in our description below because it is severely underviewed. It's only 1,000 people, 1,300 people that watched this video that Samuel put so much work and effort into. This is crazy. Again, you want to watch the full video, I definitely recommend subscribing to his YouTube channel and promoting his work that absolutely deserves a lot more views than it's getting right now. He is very talented, and this is a powerful message that I think more people definitely need to hear. So check out the video right after this one. This, as I think it's fair to say, our country definitely had better days, especially under the Biden administration that looks like it is currently going through an internal coup d'etat, as in my opinion, it looks like the President of the United States is being extorted to not run for political office in 2024 as the DOJ just searched his Delaware beach home amid ongoing classified document investigations into the current President of the United States that literally hid classified documents in his parking garage. This is, of course, where his son, that is known for his corrupted international business dealings with Russia, Ukraine, China, and many other countries, was living at the same time. And it definitely looks like the current President of the United States is in some hot political water. And we have to ask ourselves, why with this specific issue when he was known to be a career politician, he was known to be a man on the lobbyist, he was known for his corrupted insider business dealings for over decade after decade that he has been in politics. Why is this the issue that they're going after him for? Well, that's a question that I think is definitely worth asking, and I think there's a lot more to this story than, of course, we are being told. This says, of course, this original saga started right before the midterm elections, but was hidden away from the general public by the DOJ. This, as we're also finding out that the National Archives were told to keep quiet about this investigation, as the clear corruption here and double standards, especially when compared to the former President of the United States, is very audacious to say the least. But hey, what did you expect from unaccountable career politicians that have enriched themselves in light of public duty and public office that they have, of course, taken full advantage of for their own personal benefit? In related bureaucratic Becky's benefiting themselves and having absolutely no accountability at all, we go to the story that's been unfolding in Memphis, where today we are finding out that the 5 officers charged in the brutal beating and ending of life of Terry Nichols have previously been accused and disciplined for excessive force and failed many times to even respond to official complaints made against them. This, as some of the officers were also hired a part of a diversity program made by the Memphis government that hired police officers because of the way that they looked, rather than actually the merits and testing standards that would make them the best police officers. But hey, corruption breeds corruption, and what did you expect from the state that is an agent of chaos and, of course, the biggest enemy of a free humanity and a prosperous society? This perfectly represented with the latest news coming out of Lebanon today, as we're officially finding out that the central bank there has confirmed officially that the currency there is being devalued by 90%. Yes, you heard that correctly. The Central Bank of Lebanon has confirmed that 15,000 pounds of Lebanese dollars is now equal to $1. This, as the local currency there has been collapsing after very poor financial moves being made there by the central bankers and government officials there that have spent more money than they actually had. And where have I heard this before? Where else does this happen here? Historically, what happened in Weimar, in Zimbabwe, in Venezuela? It must be nothing. Just absolutely, just I totally forgot about what's going on here. And as the purchasing power of your dollar goes down, don't forget to check out LukeUncensored.com and give yourself the gift of valuable knowledge and information that will help you during these very key, critical, difficult, insane, crazy times that are only bound to get a lot more worse and turbulent as, of course, we move on. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a lot of important things that we cannot discuss here on this particular broadcast. This is only a video for members where we will also continue to answer your direct questions through our AMA. That plus a lot more, 3 master classes, exclusive access to merchandise at cost, only available to you with exclusive gear that we can only get as a member, all available, all on LukeUncensored.com. If you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? Seriously, this is where I've been putting a lot of my attention to. This is where I've been putting a lot of my blood, sweat, and tears into. I'm building it up. I'm expanding it. I'm going to be doing local meetups. I'm going to be doing new master classes, and the first people that will get it, the first people that have exclusive access to all of that, plus a lot more, are, of course, members of LukeUncensored.com. So I will see you there right after this video, as, of course, we still have to get into our main topic of discussion, and that is the old guard finally reaching its demise after putting us through so much insanity in our daily lives. This, as we're getting the news today that CNN just suffered its worst ratings week in over 9 years. This, as many news outlets say that they're, of course, ditching objectivity in the name of diversity. And once you're there to push a political agenda, rather than, of course, do what you are there to do, and that's actually report on the news, why are people surprised that people are tuning out of the news? But as people are tuning out of the mainstream corporate garbage nonsense out there, they're also going online, which presents its own sets of issues and concerns, especially with the rise of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence that usually is in the hands of a lot of private entities and organizations like Google, under the umbrella of course, Alphabet, that we're getting some very interesting information about when it comes to the Kanoa Cow, the Great, posting a Twitter thread detailing their clear bias when it comes to, of course, procuring and releasing information to the general public, which, let's be fair and honest here, has been skewed in one political direction rather than the other one. Now here, as you know, we're not left-wingers, we're not right-wingers, we criticize both sides because both sides deserve to be criticized, but I think it's fair to say that there definitely is a clear bias within Google that has had a major effect on our society. Now, with Google also developing and building the latest and greatest artificial intelligence technology, what will be the effects of a very politically biased software company implementing artificial intelligence that will change society? Well, those implications, I think, are worth discussing and talking about, especially in light of ChatGPT, that looks like it is becoming more and more politically biased itself. This is the latest artificial intelligence technology out there that has been released. A chat bot that, of course, converses with individuals, gives them answers, has been shown to even pass very complicated medical exams, and has even written plugins that we have used on our WordPress site. Yes, ChatGPT even writes code, is able to write very complicated legal arguments, pass board exam tests that are very difficult for human beings to pass, and at the same time is also becoming more and more involved in our culture. This, as artificial intelligence is not just going after technical problems and answering them, but going after moral questions that usually have a lot of nuance to them, that usually have a huge degree of complication assorted to them, but ChatGPT doesn't treat them in a very nuanced way. It treats them in a very black and white way, essentially acting like a vehicle for social indoctrination, when naturally, for the clear scientific and intelligent reasoning here, it should of course have more of a careful approach rather than of course the assertive nature which it has. As of course the ChatGPT was asked if kids could of course be transgender, which ChatGPT answered, of course, and that whatever gender they want should be affirmed no matter what, and they should have, quote, access to appropriate resources and support, such as counseling or medical resources to help them be whoever they want to be, whenever they want to be it. Now, this question was originally asked by Elijah Schaefer that posted his response. Elon Musk responded to this by saying, quote, "It expresses this view without a shred of doubt, which is discordant with the scientific method," and he's absolutely right here, as this is not the first time that ChatGPT has expressed a clear political bias in something that of course is being questioned right now in our society. This, as even ChatGPT was asked recently to write a poem about the positive attributes of the former president of the United States, which it had problems spitting back out to, and decided not to do so in order not to be partisan, and then when asked to write a positive poem attributing the current president of the United States, it of course made one, detailing how Joe Biden has a heart so true. Quote, "A man with empathy and kindness in view. With decades of experience, he stands tall, bringing hope to all, no matter how great or small. Up the stairs he goes, he falls." That last part was just me making it up. But truly, this North Korean-like statement in favor of the current president, but not one of the former president, should leave people skeptical here about the larger implications and societal changes that artificial intelligence will be leading and creating in our society, that of course will remake society in the vision of the people controlling the artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence, when asked again to create a poem admiring Donald Trump, explained itself by saying that the AI language model is programmed to, of course, quote, "avoid generating content that promotes hate speech, violence, or harmful content," and somehow admiring the former president of the United States would do that. ChatGPT also lectures people about spreading misinformation when asked directly about very horrible comments that the current president of the United States made. This says there are many other examples of a clear political bias and indoctrination of leftist woke ideas being promoted by artificial intelligence that soon is becoming more and more integrated in our society. A lot of people thought artificial intelligence would first take the work of a lot of low-skilled labor, but it looks like that's going to be the exact opposite of what's happening here, as a lot of artists, writers, journalists, scholars, teachers soon probably will be replaced by artificial intelligence. That trajectory is soon expected to grow exponentially. A lot of people expect technology to kind of advance kind of slowly and just kind of inch its way towards being more adopted in our society, when in reality, especially when we look at quantum computing, especially when we look at advanced artificial intelligence, fast computing machines that will be able to outthink the human mind, the trajectory of progress will not be made slowly, but it will be made extremely fast, extremely quickly, and it will blast off in a situation where a lot of people will be asking themselves, what in the world just happened? This, as artificial intelligence is also set to replace supermodels, and we have to understand that who controls the artificial intelligence will control the world here, and a lot of them are woke, crazy individuals that are using this kind of new religion as a way to rip the current social fabric of our society apart. You add that to artificial intelligence and we're in trouble. That's my opinion. If you think we're not in trouble, let me know why down in the comment section below. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't you guys actively watching and sharing these videos, and this is why. Love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org. One more video coming your way right now on lukeuncensored.com.